Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to Papa Z's Kitchen. How's the family? Everything good? Yeah. Alright, so today, oh yeah, that's right, disclaimer. Music in the background, good music, I don't own it, bada bada, yada yada, blah blah blah, whatever. So, we're doing fig jelly today. Okay, we got us a bunch of figs. You can make fig jelly, fig jam, however you want to do it, right? So, what you need is about 3/4 pounds of figs, which is real easy if you got the fig tree in the backyard, right? Right? Okay. So, take 3/4 pound of figs, and you need about a cup of lemon juice, and get yourself the pectin, right? Your sure gel. Hang on, too bright. Aldo, I went and fixed the lights, Aldo, and now you can't read nothing. Yeah, get you the sure gel so you got the pack. And best thing about it, it's got recipes for every stinking fruit you can think of in here to make jelly. So, what you do, like I said, 3¼ pounds, take it, right? You got your stem, cut off your stem, got your little nub there in the bottom. Cut off that little nub too, right? It's just a little tiny slice like that, little tiny, right? And there you go. Alright, so you do that to all your figs. Then you want to cut them up real fine, because you got to make about 5 cups worth of fig cut up pieces. Chunky. So, I mean, nice and easy. Nothing to it. Slice them up. And just, you gotta chop it. You ain't gotta make it minced or anything like that. Just chop it so it's nice and small and kind of looks like that, right? There you go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up all these figs, and I'll get them in the pot to get all the ingredients in, and get it mixed and get it boiling. So what we'll do is you go fix yourself a glass of wine or a cocktail, something like that, and then we'll get back together shortly, okay? And I'll show you what to do next. All right. Okay, so we got the figs all chopped up. We got our 5 cups. Hey, there's number 5. That's what it looks like when you get them all chopped up there, right? And right now I'm filling a big pot of water because I'm going to sit it over here, and after all this is done, I'm going to can it, put it in the jars, and I do it the easy way, so we'll show you that one. It's kind of like cheating, but it works. So, according to our recipe from Sure Gel, oh, by the way, today's episode is brought to you by, he's unsupervised, so he's tearing up the kitchen. Bada bing. All right. So, we got our 5 finely chopped figs. He finely chopped the figs. Now we need a 1/2 cup of lemon juice.
New Pillsbury soft baked cookies. All the flavor and goodness you expect from Pillsbury. Already baked and ready to eat. Made with real ingredients for the perfect soft baked texture.
There we go. 1/2 cup of lemon juice. And what is it? 1/2 cup of water? Let me see. 1/2 cup of water. Look at that. Is there a difference between using the dry measuring cup and a wet? No, there's not. Watch. I'll show you. I just put in 1/2 cup of water, right? So we'll put a 1/2 cup of water in the liquid one. Hang on. Getting it right. Okay. See? 1/2 cup of water, right? It says it right there, 1/2 cup of water. and you got a half a cup of dry measuring. Look, holy cow, same goddamn thing. Yeah, so don't let anybody bullshit you on that one. All right, dry, wet, it doesn't matter. It's just easier using dry and wet and wet. But when you're standing there, you can do what you want to do. All right, so what we want to do is we want to get these figs to a roll and boil. So we're going to turn that on high. We're going to get that boiling, and we're going to throw a little butter in there. We're going to throw like a tablespoon or two of butter in there, and that'll help cut down the foam, because when this is done, it's going to be real foamy on top. You want to scrape that foam off of the top of the jelly and everything to get it out of there. You don't want that when you're jarring it. So we're going to come back to that. Fix yourself a cocktail, get yourself a glass of wine, whatever it is you want to do. I got my special Chris Rice, Jack Daniels, what do you call them, Yetis, drinky cups. No sippy cup, I don't need a sippy cup anymore. And I'm going to enjoy this, you enjoy that, and we'll be back. Okay, so believe it or not, it only took a minute or two for this to start sending juice up through and start bubbling and boiling here. So you got to stay on top of it. You really do. This is one of them things you really got to watch. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's going to burn on you. So you want to keep stirring it. Now I just threw the butter in there because this is hot enough now that it'll melt the butter. And then what I'm going to do, while the butter is in there melting, take your little package of your Sure-Jell. And just sprinkle that around while you stir it. Get it in there. Mix it all up nice. I love fig jelly, and the nice thing about it is we usually make this every year, and I give a bunch of it away because I got too much in there. I like the peanut butter and fig jelly sandwiches, but I take it with chicken breast. When chicken breast is just about done cooking in the bacon there in the oven, take it and smear a bunch of fig jelly on top of it. Oh, my God, it's delicious. And I got these here figs from the Riegerts over there. Mikey Rieger, Chloe Bees hooked me up with these figs. And it's almost that time of year where they're going to hook me up with the apricots, and I'm going to do the same thing again. Hint, hint. So, stir this up just a little bit more there, and let me show you what I'm talking about, how it starts bubbling, because you kind of want to roll and boil, but it's hard to get a roll and boil when you don't have that much juice. But you see how she's popping like that, just like your Sunday sauce does, your Sunday gravy, right? Same kind of idea. You're going to stay there. This new gizmo I got holding this thing up, I don't like I said, my kid brother Aldo gave me a hard time. Said, you can't see it, what I'm doing, there's not enough light, you need a better holder. You know, he's younger, so he understands all this stuff. I don't know how to work all this stuff. So, this is going. I'm going to get my sugar ready, because you don't want your sugar in there yet. And I'll tell you when it's time. I'll bring you back when it's time to drop the sugar in. Talk to you shortly. Okay, so we got the fruit going now at a nice rolling boil, and we're getting ready to add the sugar. So you know you're ready to add the sugar when you stir it real quick like this, pull the spoon away, and it goes boop, 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 like the Sunday gravy does. Okay, that kind of roll and boil like that. Like I said, there's not a ton of liquid in there. So it's not like you really got a great big boil going. And here's the bad part. And I hate doing this much, but it's what it calls for. 7 cups of sugar. Can you imagine? But because of the skins on the figs and the lemon juice and the pectin and what have you, yeah, you need 7 cups of sugar. Though to my understanding, if you buy the pink sure gel, not the yellow one, you don't have to add as much sugar. But I don't care. I'll make a fig preserves and that's all I care about. Alright, so just keep stirring in your sugar, Get them 7 cups in there. You're going to bring it back to a boil again. A rolling boil, the same way it was. Right? So there's 2 cups. You seen that? I'm going to get these other 5 in there. Keep stirring it. You got to keep stirring it. It's going to stick to the bottom. You don't want it to stick to the bottom. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. I'll be back. Okay, so we got our 7 cups of sugar in there, right? And now we're waiting for it to come back to a rolling boil again. And we're going to get that rolling boil going. And then after that, we're going to let it sit and cool a bit. Get the jars ready. Because you don't want to stick it in there super hot inside them jars. You know what I mean? Because break that glass. It'll suck. So, once this gets back to a boil, we'll get it going. And you want to boil it for just a minute. Once you get the sugar in there, you want to do that rolling boil again for just a minute. Stir it up the whole time. You keep stirring it. Once it gets that rolling boil going, stir it. And just take it off, sit it to the side. And let it sit and cool. You don't want to let it cool super long, but you want to let it cool long enough that it don't burn you when you're putting it in the jars. I already got the water on. I got that heating up. There we go. We got a rolling boil again. Nice. That's what we needed. So, we're going to take a minute here. Let this boil for a minute while it's rolling. Then we'll jar it up. We'll throw it in the boiling water. And, yeah, if you do 5 minutes sitting under the water, you got to have a good inch or 2 of water over top of the jars with the jelly and the lids on them, right? Got to have a good inch or 2 of water over top of it. I'll show you that. But 5 minutes for jelly, 10 minutes for jam. All right, and I kind of like jam more than jelly myself, so I'm going to do it longer. But we'll come back to that, all right? Don't go away. Okay, so we got it all done boiling. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you this is what I'm talking about, the foam. See the little bit of foam? Now, because I put that butter in there, we ain't got to deal with that foam. See, because if the butter wasn't in there, this would be real foamy. But see, there ain't nothing in there. So, look at that. That's I'm ready to put it on top of chicken now. Make supper. But then again, I'm unsupervised, so that means I'm alone, so I got nobody to cook for. That's delicious. And it tastes just like fig jelly. Best part. Alright. I just wanted to show you that real quick. Letting that sit for a second. I'm going to get my jars together. I'll be right back. Okay. We got our jars all good to go. They're done. They got good and boiled and ready to go. So now we start dumping the jelly in there. This is where the mess comes in. And I always get in trouble. Now what you want to do is just, a little too much. There we go. See? Just a 1/4 inch from the lid. That's all. Just get them a 1/4 inch from the lid, from where the lid will be. And then just wipe that mess off of there. And that glass is good and hot, just the way you want it. Then you grab your lids that you went and cleaned. Of course, I don't know where the hell I put them. I just cleaned them too. Had them all ready to go. Oh, that's where I put them. Behind the jars. That would make sense. Put your lid on there. I get lost in my own kitchen if I didn't know where I was. Okay, take that. That's it. There you go. It's down there in that water. And I'm going to do this to the other 11, and we'll bring you back for that. Okay, come here. Now we got them inside there. See that? There's a good inch of water above them. You can see it right there on the side of the pan. So they're in there, they're boiling. Well, they're getting hot is what they're doing. And once they start boiling, then I'm going to let them go. Let me say a good 10 minutes, because I like jam more than jelly. So I'll let them go a good 10 minutes in there boiling, and then pull them out, check the lids, make sure they suck down. You know how to can stuff, I ain't got to tell you that. Make sure they suck down. If they didn't suck down, stick it back in there again. Let it go a little bit longer. If it doesn't suck down then you got to let it cool and use it right away. But the other ones, they say they'll last a year. I still got fig jam that I made in 2017, and it's delicious. So it's the new world, people. The millennials and the Democrats took over, and they destroyed everything that we grew up doing. Grandpa used to make this stuff. 3 years later, you were still eating it. Hope you like it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. God bless you. God bless America. Peace.